And this is real easy. People think I'm crazy, but I like pepper. So grab a little bowl. And oh, I don't think we use this much. Let me get another bowl. So down the road will be painting pork. Hi, I'm back again. I guess the other one went so well. This is Casey. This is day 4 in Florida. And today for dinner we are going to have pork roast or carnitas. But I'm going to cut this bad boy in half because it's way too big. So tonight we'll have half for roast. Tomorrow we'll make tacos and have carnitas. This is a shoulder Boston butt roast. Big, I don't know, 6 pounds maybe. And because it's so big, I'm going to cut it in half. So let's hope I don't hit a bone. There's a bone on one side of it. Oh, I think I got a bone. I kind of like to leave the little carton there in case it gets all bloody. Yep, I'm going to have to go around that bone someplace here. Nope, I'm going to have to cut the bone off. I'm going to have to go this way. This is going to be a weird shaped one. I had to cut around the bone, so. Okay, 2 pieces right here. Now what we're going to do is salt and pepper. Let me wash my hands real quick. Here comes the messy part. I'm going to move it. Oh well, look there. Touched it again. So I'll just do this. We want salt. Move this here so you can see it better. It's always good to do it on a cookie sheet because that way it won't get all on your counter. And it looks like a lot, but it'll burn off. I also do this when I barbecue it. Some people like to cut the fat off. It makes crackling in the bottom. So either people fight over it or I give it to my dogs. Salt. Garlic. I'm not a real garlic eater, so I don't like really slathered on there. Some people do. Okay, garlic. It's gone. My hand's all gunky. Uh-oh, well, that's okay. Pepper. I like pepper. But then we're going to put some soy and peanut oil on it, and so half of it will kind of wash off. Okay, we have salt, pepper. Now I'm going to kind of rub it in. Just like this. Some people might want to poke it with the knife, but I don't think I will today. Now I'm going to take my soy sauce. I guess I'll just have to wash these bottles later. This will take like 3 or 4 hours in the oven. I started off at 500 to get that. A lot of people, they put it in skillets and fry it, or you know, sear it on the outside. Not me. I'm the whatever works best and fastest. So I put soy on it. This gives it that really good outside on it. You can use any oil. I use peanut oil. Peanut oil has a high heat, so it won't scorch. Don't use olive oil in a 500-degree oven. It'll burn. Peanut oil is, I use peanut oil almost for everything, except for baking. So you just kind of slather that up like this. Good to go. And then my secret ingredient will be the cast iron skillet. I cook everything in cast iron skillets. Because that gives it the good sear. So here we have a I don't know, what would you call that, a 12-inch? I'm not actually quite sure. And you can put fat side down because that way it sticks and you can peel that goodness off when it's done. And even though this looks kind of big in this skillet, it'll shrink. There you go, just like that. And now we're gonna pop it in the oven at 500. If your ovens go higher, 525, 600, go for it. Because you want it to start crackling like it's burning, and your smoke alarm might go off. But then we turn it down. So the oven is still kind of preheating, which that's kind of good because that means it's a higher temperature. And you just pop it in the oven. No water, no foil, no anything. And now we'll wait till we hear the crackling. And that'll be it for now because this will take about 30 minutes. So we'll see you in about 30 minutes. Bye, y'all. Hey, y'all. I'm going to show you a little marinade I use when the roast is past the 500 degree and we put it back down to 350. And so while the roast is in the oven at 500 to 525, getting that little crackling noise, I'm going to make a little marinade. And this is real easy. People think I'm crazy, but I like pepper. So grab a little bowl. And, oh, I don't think we used this much. Let me get another bowl. That fell off the last time too. Good thing I know where my brother's bowls are, huh? We'll just do it this way. I like pepper, but this would go for like, 10 packs. Let's put 1.5 of these little plastic spoons in, just like this. So see, it's kind of a lot. Salt. We're just gonna kind of cover the pepper with salt, like this. Garlic. Kind of cover the salt with the garlic. And then we're going to put soy. You can put less. Oh, the timer went off. It's 500 degrees. We're going to put some soy oil in there. And a lot of people, for salt, you can omit the salt because there's plenty of salt in this. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Maybe I got ahead of myself and I shouldn't have put the salt in, but it's in there now. So soy sauce and peanut oil because it does high heat. And then we just stir it. Stir, 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 stir. And so you can see all the... You'll have to stir this on and off because it'll separate. But see, it's pretty peppery and salty. Actually, I see a lot of oil in there. So I'm going to probably add a little bit more soy sauce. You can taste it. You'll probably kind of choke. But lightly on the meat, it tastes really good. And what I'll apply it with is the good old paintbrush. So down the road will be painting pork. So I'll see you in a little bit. Hi, I'm back. It's been about 30 minutes. Our pork roast has been in the oven at 500 and I can hear it crackling. So I'm going to open it up and let's take a look. See if we need to turn it down now. So watch out if they're convection ovens because they'll hit you in the face. This one's not. Oh yeah. Take a look at that. See all the nice crackling? I just want to take a knife and cut the top off right now and eat it. So now that it's this hot and looks this good, we're going to turn the oven down to 350. And I'm going to leave it like that for about for 30 minutes and then I'm going to wrap it in foil. Okay, I'll see you back in a little while. Okay, it's been another 30 minutes on 350. So altogether so far it's been in the oven an hour. And I'm going to check it and I'm going to put my foil on it now because you don't want to really burn the top of it. You want it really nice looking. So I'm going to pull it out so you guys can see it. How's that looking right there? Wonderful. I wish we had smell-o-vision because it smells delicious. So first thing I'm going to do, this is our marinade that I made. So I'm going to start slathering it. And you can do it once, you can forget about it and not do it at all. See, and it gives it a nice golden color. Oh, that smells so good. Okay. Now, if you can see in the bottom, there is juice in the bottom right here. But just to play it safe, some people, I will put a little bit of water in there, so we don't want the bottom to actually go completely dry. So just keep an eye on it. So I have maybe a half a cup. I'm just going to pour just a little bit because there's all that other juice in there. And then I'll just keep an eye on it to make sure it doesn't dry out, because then you can make a good gravy once you get the grease out. A delicious gravy. So then I just prop the foil on top. Some people might want to take it out and be real careful, but I was a welder for 20 years, so I have those like welding kind of fingers, so I can hit hot. It doesn't bother me too bad. But if you hear me say ouch, you know I hit something really hot. So it doesn't have to be on there real tight. I just don't want the top to get real. It'll look good. Oh, look here. We're in Florida. Look what's on the stove right here. We have a little gecko visiting us today. He needs to run away or he's going to get hot. And pop it back in there. And now we're just going to check it about every 30 minutes. I won't show you until the end result. No use just doing the same thing over and over again. So I'll see you when it's finished. Hi. It's been about 3.5, 4 hours now. I keep checking it and I believe it's done. So let's take it out and see what it looks like. Do you see all that juice down in there? I'll end up making a gravy with that, but then that's another show. Now let's sit this back in there. And nice juices. And see the nice crisp. If you want to take the foil off about 30 minutes at the end to crisp this up again, you can, but I like it just like that. Okay, let's see how this cuts. I'm going to have to cut it since I'm right-handed in the... Oh, look at this. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Perfect, perfect. Perfect. We're going to have a good meal tonight. And while we were waiting on this, I made a little mushroom rice. And the vegetable I'm having with this tonight is steamed cabbage and carrots with a little bit of bacon. So we're going to put this here. Oh, these are the good crunchy part I told you, the fat. Right here, and we'll put this little chunk right here for seconds. And then I've made some rice. To eat with this. That ought to be enough for 3 or 4 of us, huh? What do you think? And my vegetables and the gravy I've already made is on the table. So here we have pork roast, carnitas, a la mushroom rice from Casey from California to you in Florida. Bon appetit. Are we done? Let me see if I can get this pepper back in here. Hi, Chihuahua. And we have to tape that lid on there because this is not good. Glenn. And that's one way you put pepper back in the bowl.